Right, welcome to the YouTube SEO module. As you know by now, I always like to introduce myself again in these modules, in the beginning of these modules, sorry, and let you know what we're going to be talking about and what we're going to be learning. So in this case, pretty obvious, it's YouTube SEO. And essentially, don't forget that YouTube, just like Google, Bing, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, Reddit, any other social media that pops up, is a search engine because they have a search bar. And if you have a search bar, you can optimize for that search. That's why you can do SEO for it, right? So YouTube SEO, why is it important? Because more and more people are searching for video content. So we do want to optimize for that. And I'll essentially teach you how to rank a video first on Google. Now, on YouTube, sorry, and also Google in the future in this module as well. Now, with YouTube, remember that you're optimizing both to, in a technical way, to rank the video number one, right? But you need to make sure that the video is good. It has a proper, essentially people stick to watching the video. Otherwise, it's going to rank first, right? But people click it. It is low quality audio, low quality video, doesn't go straight to the point. People will start clicking off and clicking on the second, third, fourth result, and you'll go down, right? So just like with Google, you want to optimize not only the holistic SEO part of it, but you also want to optimize for user experience. So one person goes to your site, it loads fast, it has images, it has a high perceived value, it gives the user what they want fast. With YouTube, it's the same thing, right? Don't ramble on videos. You want to make sure, again, that you have the part of the SEO optimizations, right? But also the YouTuber, quote unquote, YouTuber optimizations where you hook people in, right? That's super, super important. Just like, again, with Google and written articles, you optimize for hooking people in to read the page, to optimize for a increased time on site. YouTube is the same thing. And on YouTube, the highest or the biggest ranking factor is watch time. So yeah, I want to make sure to optimize for that as well. Just keep a note of that when you're going through this module. Don't just focus on the technicalities because they do work. Also focus on providing it and creating a proper YouTube video. Just like with Google, with written content, you create a proper in-depth piece of content that's available to the users. YouTube is the same thing. It is a bit harder because it's video. You have to take into account voice, light, setup. So it is a bit harder, but if you do, as I say in this module right here, you'll see success with it. So I'll shut up now. Let's get straight into it and go on with the first video.
Hey, what's up, guys? So in this one, I want to go over my equipment, and the very first thing is sound, right? Sound is the most important thing of a video, right? You can have the shittiest image quality, even the information you say can be bad, but if you have a crisp audio quality, and I'm recording this in this microphone you see right here. Now, I might not be getting the settings like 100% correct. I mean, there's a lot of adjustments you can do when you purchase this microphone, and surely I'm not using it at its best because I think this could sound better. But I mean, the microphone you are hearing right now is exactly what this one sounds like. Now I can speak a little bit closer to make it even a bit more crisp, or I can speak like a bit far away, but still it picks it up quite well. And I mean, if I adjust some settings here, it should sound even better. But the thing with equipment is, firstly, you got to focus on sound, very first thing. Then you got to focus on camera quality, right? And then whatever it is that you're actually saying, right? Yeah, I would say these are the top three most important things. Now, for sound, I mean, you don't need to buy a $300 mic. Just don't use like AirPods and your computer or Mac microphone, because that is very, very bad. The AirPods microphone are awful, so don't use that. You're gonna like be lowering the perceived value of whatever it is that you're saying by a lot. You can be saying the most smartest thing in the world, but if you're speaking through the audio or the microphone of an AirPod or even your computer, nobody really is gonna listen to you. It's just how it is, right? It's about the perceived value. So get a mic. I recommend you get this one now. A more affordable one is the Yeti. It's called Blue Yeti microphone. This has been around for a long time. This was the one I used like before. It's just $100, okay? It is great, right? So I would get this one, right? It's more affordable. Now, surely you can get mics for $40. There's one I usually use for traveling, which is a Razer Mini. Right, this sounds decent too. Not this Razer Mini. It's this one, exactly this one right here. So Siren Mini, it's the name. This one sounds good. It's super cheap. It's like I think 30 bucks, and it's great for traveling. So if you don't want to spend too much on a microphone, these are the absolute best, most crisp quality, and also the ability to increase the quality and change things up. I could make this sound like a radio voice. I could make this sound like an more deeper voice. I mean, I could play around with the settings. I don't do so, but I have the possibility to do so. Okay. But again, if you want to go for a cheaper version, just don't use your AirPods nor your nor your Mac or computer microphone. Get this one, super affordable, great for traveling too. Now, as an improvement, I would get the Yeti, right? The Blue Yeti, which is an improvement. And then if you're willing to spend a lot of money, go for this one. But again, this should be fine. The Yeti should be fine. This is maybe a bit overkill, but I like it. Then, after sound, right? After you buy a microphone, after you stop using your headphones and your like built-in microphone, get a light, right? People need to see your face properly lit, right? So get a light. Just get a cheap ring light off of Amazon, like 30 euros. I mean, there's even ones like if you go to AliExpress, like $5, $10, super affordable, super cheap, and it makes a difference. Sorry, the value it adds having a proper lighting, right, to your videos is like amazing. Now, I'm guilty. To be fair, I'm traveling, that's why I'm not using it. But when I do use it, my face looks better, right? And you look more presentable, right? There's no like weird shadows. You don't look like you're in a basement, like with no light. And these things do go a long way, right? The way you present yourself does go a long way, right? Because as humans react to perceived value. That's why we think that more expensive things are better, right? That's why we think, in this case, if you have two people recording a video saying the same thing, exact same thing, but this guy right here has amazing audio, amazing crisp images. You see his amazing face, right? Is always going to win over the guy that has none of those. Okay, so get a ring light. Then in terms of camera, I usually just use my Mac's camera. What you can do, it's quite cheap as well, is if you're using Loom to record videos, which I recommend you do, get us a premium subscription of Loom. By the way, that's just in terms of software, that's what you need. Loom Premium is amazing. It's what I'm using to record this. It allows you to record the screen, just your face, and it also allows you to connect with your iPhone. Okay, so I could, if I wanted to, and I've done this in the past, I could, instead of, so right now I'm looking at the camera, right, even though it's turned off, I could put my iPhone on top of my Mac, which I'm doing right now, and then connect Loom with my iPhone's camera instead of being connected with my Mac camera. So I can use my iPhone, which, I mean, you should have an iPhone, not that you should have an iPhone, sorry, but your phone's camera by now should be better than your computer's webcam. So no need to buy a professional camera, none of that. Just use your phone's camera. Just buy a phone stand, right? Even this light right here comes with a built-in phone stand, so you can just sit down, place your computer in front of you, place your mic to the left of you or to the right, whatever. And then just get a ring light, put this behind your computer, so your computer is going to be here, right? This is your computer right here. That's the keyboard, right? You're here. You're looking there, right? And have the phone here. And then you're using Loom. So Loom is recording a screen for the video, and then it's using the phone to record the video, your face, okay? Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Don't overthink this, right? The single biggest thing here, the most important thing, is just starting, right? You can start without a phone. You can just use your Mac camera. You can even start without a ring light, and you can even start without a microphone. Now, granted, I recommend you do buy those things eventually, but don't wait for those things to arrive, right? Don't wait to buy them and then for them to arrive. Just start, right? Don't wait for them, okay? But still buy them, okay? Because it's super affordable, like $10 for a ring light, maybe $40 to $300 for a mic, but you can get ones for 30 or 40, the Razer Mini, okay? This one right here, I actually want to see how much this costs. So, yeah. How much is this? Doesn't say. So, $40, 37. So get this one too as well. It's the one I have for traveling. And that's basically it, right? That's all you need. So to recap, microphone, start with this one if you want to save a bit more money. Then you can upgrade to a Yeti, Blue Yeti. Then you can upgrade to a Shure, right? SHUR, the one I showed you before. Then get a ring light, okay? Boom. And then get Loom Premium, right? Loom Premium allows you to record your screen in HD and it's a fantastic tool, right? It's what I'm using right now to record these ones, and it allows you to show your face. It even allows you to connect with external cameras. So if you have your phone, and if you do not want to use your Mac's camera or your computer's webcam, whatever, just use your phone. That's it. Don't overcomplicate it. Let's get this going. Guys, I forgot to mention the second software I use. So I use Loom for recording and all that. And the second one I use for editing is called Camtasia. Now, you can use any other software. I mean, there's a million other softwares out there. I just like Camtasia because it's quite straightforward, and it's the one I'm using to like edit videos. You can simply just go here, cut any parts I don't want, right? I can just drag in new videos here. It's super simple. I can separate audio and video if I want to like change things around. I mean, it is super intuitive, and it doesn't have too many features, right? Because I'm not really editing movies here. I'm just editing YouTube videos. So no need for like After Effects and all those expensive and honestly, I would be paying for features that I would not use. And this allows you to add like annotations, right, with text-based stuff right here. Right? I can simply just play around with this, right? I can make the videos more whatever. I can add whatever I want here. I can blur things out, which is quite nice. I use this quite often, honestly, to blur things that I don't want to appear, for example, URLs, or for example, sensitive info, right? I can just blur things out. I mean, it does anything, the most simple thing I want to do, it does, right? And also I can, if I'm looking a bit pale in the videos, if I'm looking a bit without vitamin D, I can just go here and quit it pretty quickly, like make it more, I don't know, with higher saturation. I can play around with this stuff. You get my point, right? It is not overly with excess features. It has just anything I need and everything I need to edit videos enough. So Camtasia, I use I just bought, I think, a yearly license. I mean, it's quite affordable, honestly, less than $200 a year, so it's really not that much. I'm not advocating for you to crack or to like free download the software. You can, honestly, if you do it, not my responsibility, but some people do it. And again, I'm not advocating for that, but it is what it is, okay? Now, if you don't want to pay for software, you can use iMovie on Mac, and that's basically it. But I mean, honestly, if you're serious about this, just buy the software because it's less headaches and you get to streamline your processes and do things faster. Because trying to be cheap and trying to not pay for stuff, in the long run, it's going to end up hurting you because you're going to spend more time because things are going to break and all that. Just buy the software. So yeah, that's it. Two softwares I use, Loom and Camtasia. That's it.
Right, so in this first video on how to rank YouTube videos, I want to go over a case study that I've developed and I ranked for this video on how to make a Wikipedia page. So if you type it on YouTube, how to make a Wikipedia page or create a Wikipedia page, I ranked first with almost 70,000 views above this video posted 8 years ago with 500,000 views. I rank above all these people, above this one, right? So it is not by mistake, it is by doing SEO to it. So I'm going to show you exactly how I did it, how I ranked for how to make a Wikipedia page, how to create a Wikipedia page. This number here is the where it ranks. Making a Wikipedia page, creating a Wikipedia page, so Wikipedia page tutorial. I rank for all these terms related to the search intent, creating a Wikipedia page, right? It's hard, but it's possible. Now, first things first, before I dive into the technical things, and we're going to have videos solely on doing the technicalities, remember YouTube is a search engine. Remember, people want to click on videos to learn and get the information right off the bat, right? You want to hook them, right? You want to hook them with a video. But the first thing is look for gaps in the marketplace, right? For Wikipedia, for example, all the tutorials were old and not straight to the point. So any of these you clicked here, for example, this one, they take so long to get to the point. And myself on mine, I do take longer than I wanted. And you see that in the analytics. If I go here, just off a tangent here, and type in here Wikipedia, I'll show you what I mean by this. You can see clearly by the analytics where people bounce off. So this is the watch time, right? The retention. You can see that this spikes essentially means that people are watching the intro, watching the video, right? And they just click here. Okay, give me where does it start? Okay, it starts around here, right? That's where people start saying. So I rambled for about a minute, right? Which is not ideal. And I noticed that I didn't do the best job with it, but all these guys rambled for much, much longer, right? So look for gaps in the market. First things first, before I again dive into anything technical, is to go straight to the point. That's the whole thing about YouTube. Even with Google, if you're writing an article for Google, you want to give the user the information as fast as possible, right? Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. You already know that, but do that, right? And now I'll give you here a lowdown on how the optimization works. And again, I'll have videos solely on this, a bit more in depth. But as an overview, this first video is supposed to be an overview. There's on page and off page for videos, right? So you only focus on this after you have a proper thumbnail, right? A thumbnail where people want to click, like, because like I said, this is a search engine. Make sure that your thumbnail is enticing. That's just like on Google, right? That your meta title, meta descriptions need to be enticing. Here you have one extra step, right? You have the meta description, let's call it this, the description, sorry, this here. You have the meta title, right? How to make a Wikipedia page, step-by-step tutorial. Make sure that these are enticing to click on. You need to do this properly, just like on Google. Think YouTube as Google as well. Think of YouTube as like a search engine, because it is a search engine. You want to make sure that these are enticing to click. Just on Google, when you type in a search, you not necessarily click the first one. You might click the first one, but if the second meta title is more enticing, you might click on the second one. So this is super important, right? So meta title, meta description, and the thumbnail as well, right? Super important, right? Again, this one pops up a bit more. It is blue. This one is orange. It has my face in it. Thumbnails with faces tend to get more clicks. That's why you should put the face on it, because our eyes are drawn to people's faces. That's just how human nature works. So add a face in it, super important. So after you have all that, right, then you can start focusing on the on page of it, right? Now, what's the on page of it? Simply explain. Again, I'll dive deep into this in the next video, but it is, first things first is, after, of course, you have your keyword. In this case, your main keyword, I don't know, for this one would be how to make a Wikipedia page. We want to make sure the thumbnail file name, so the .png file name, right? .png, that's PNG, that you upload to YouTube as your thumbnail is the keyword name. So how to make a Wikipedia page .png, right? Now the video file name as well. Don't upload the video named abc2123.mp4, right? Make sure it is your keyword .mp4, right? Super straightforward, but it's these little things, right? All these little things by themselves, they won't do nothing, but if you add them all up together, they do something, right? It's all about these little small optimizations. Now, in terms of off-page SEO, video embeds, it's super important, right? Again, I'll dive deeper into how you can do this, but essentially it is going to a website, one you own or not, having an article and then a video embed in there. Now I'll go over exactly how you should do this, because there are some nuances to it, but embedding a video on the site, super important, right? Then engagement, likes, comment, shares. Now this, ideally, have them organically, replying to every comment, liking every comment, but you can also buy these on marketplaces. Just type in buy YouTube comments, buy YouTube like, buy YouTube shares. Careful with this, but of course, engagement does work, shares do work, because if Google sees, this video is getting a ton of likes, and of engagement and a social sharing, people are enjoying it, maybe we should rank it higher. Just like social signals work, and we have a video on this, solely on social signals for websites, they also work for videos, right? The social economy, the shares, the likes, comments, the engagement does boost videos up in the rankings. And then link building, here you can go very aggressive. Again, we have in the next video, I'll go over exactly how you can do this. But link building, you can just do exact match anchors, right? Just do how to make a Wikipedia page, how to create a Wikipedia page, right? Go exact match, because it is very hard, or even impossible to get penalized on YouTube. I've never been penalized on YouTube. I never heard of anyone being penalized on there, because there are less stricter guidelines when it comes to YouTube. So you can use and abuse other systems and build links directly to it with direct anchor text, exact match anchors, which is something that you would never do or not often do on Google, right? Now, optimizations, pretty straightforward, pretty quick. In terms of the video, right? In terms of this, when you click here, let's just wait for this Zapier ad to finish. You want to make sure to front load the keyword in the title, right? That's what I do here. It's how to make a Wikipedia page. It's the first thing, right? The keyword is the first thing we see here, right? How to make a Wikipedia page. Don't do here's or step-by-step tutorial on how to make a Wikipedia page. So the other way around, that wouldn't make sense. So if you want to include step-by-step tutorial, do it after, right? But front load your keyword in the title when possible, and ideally every time. Then front load your keyword in the first line of the description, which is what I do here. I mean, in this case, I have a call to action to a service to have someone create a Wikipedia page for you, but it is the second line, right? It's this step-by-step tutorial on how to create a Wikipedia page. And you can change things around, but just make sure that it is one of the first keywords you include on your description. In this case, I did the step-by-step tutorial first, and then just the Wikipedia page keyword, how to make a Wikipedia page after, but it's still up top in the description, right? Again, anyone can create a Wikipedia page. Talking about Wikipedia page here again, and hopefully after watching this tutorial, you'll be able to do it, right? add correlated keywords in the description, right? So keywords that are in line with what you're doing. So Wikipedia page, get a Wikipedia page, step by step on make a Wikipedia page. I don't have many here. I mean, I think I have it. Yeah, I have it down here. I sprinkle in here all these keywords you see here. Most of them are sprinkled not only in the tags, but also in the description, right? So that's a very big one. In this case, this is a tutorial video, so I essentially converted the tutorial, the 10-minute tutorial, into a written tutorial, which does help, gives it context, right? It has a step-by-step and allows me to sprinkle in my keywords in the description, right? If it's a location-based video, you can add location inside of YouTube settings, pretty straightforward. Then very big one, adding subtitles, right? Including the keywords in your first 15 seconds. So speak the keywords. So if this is a video, I think I do talk about this here. Let's see, let's go over in this video. I'm going to go to how I can create a Wikipedia page, right? So in the first 3 seconds of the video, I speak these words, right? In this video, I'm going to go over how to create a Wikipedia page from scratch. So again, I'm speaking the words, right? I'm speaking them out of my mouth. So the keywords are in the title, first thing in the title. They're the first thing or second thing in the description. There's the first thing I say, create a Wikipedia page when I'm talking it. They're the first thing, in the captions. So they're everywhere. They're sprinkling throughout the description. They're everywhere, right? They're everywhere. Then what you can do then after the on page is done, you can build links to it again with the exact match anchors. But again, we'll have a video solely on that, on how to do it exactly. But you should be building GSA links or maybe PBN links, PBN site embeds, niche edits, etc. All the link types you can build, just blast them through your YouTube video. And what happens is most times videos will rank up to page 2 on Google, and they will only rank on page 1 only. I mean, most times if they're showing up on YouTube. So your videos are going to rank on page 2. If they're ranking on YouTube, they'll show up on page 1. This is what happens most times, but just know that this doesn't happen every single time. Essentially that's how you do it, right? Again, we're going to have more videos on this, but the key takeaways I want you to take away from this is don't just focus on these little optimizations, right? This is very important. The description is very important, right? The tags you put in are very important, right? All this is very important, but more important than that, which is something that you cannot live without, is the actual video, right? Having a proper thumbnail, jumping straight to the point, letting them know what you're going to add, right? Improving the user experience, right? Because you want them to stick around and watch the whole video, right? Adding chapters, right? Adding chapters is a great way to increase viewer rate, right? So all these little things do add up, right? It is not just about the technical stuff. It isn't just about building links, getting the on-page right, getting the technical SEO right. It's about all of this thing, adding timestamps, having the thumbnail, going straight to the point. And I'm repeating myself, but this is very, very important because you will not succeed. You will not get these many views and rank videos first if you don't do all this stuff, right? So again, this is just a video overview on how to get started with YouTube SEO, and we'll dive deeper into how the other stuff works in the next ones. Right, so I want to dive deep into YouTube SEO right now in terms of on-page and off-page. So first things first, I want to show you is that when you search for any keyword on Google, the closest to the left, the more likely Google is to show a video in these search results. So for example, what I mean by this, if you search for light bulb, you have all images, maps, shopping, news, and more, right? If you type in how to change a light bulb, you have all images, and the videos is third. So the closest the video button is to the left, right, closest to all, the more likely Google is to show videos on search results. So what this means is that don't just create and try to rank random videos for random words, right? Because Google will not show them, or it's very hard for it to show it. So firstly, let's say your keyword is light bulb. Light bulb doesn't really show up for anything, or Google doesn't really value videos because you don't see the video tab here. It's hidden under the more. You have to click more to get the video tab. However, a longer tail version or a keyword in this same realm of light bulb, which is how to change one, right? A longer tail version, how to change a light bulb. Now Google does really value it because the videos tab is the third one. It's not hidden under the more tab like it is here for the keyword light bulb. So again, before doing anything, before wanting to rank a video for a certain keyword, let's say your money keyword is dog leashes, right? Look for it, to see if Google values videos for that keyword. If not, adapt the keyword. For example, try how to put a dog leash on my dog, right? And then you can have a video on that to rank it, and then links out to your site and all that. So make sure that the keyword before doing anything, before recording any video, doing thumbnails, title optimizations, description optimizations, link building, all that, you do some keyword research. It's very important. Again, keyword research, and we talked about this in other videos, is the basis of SEO, right? If you don't know what you want to rank for, what your customers are searching for, what search engines are valuing, you're just wasting time. So do keyword research before. Super, 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 super important. Okay? Because again, you see here, light bulb doesn't show up for Google doesn't really value its videos on light bulbs, but how to change just by adding this in, right? How to change or how to change A. Now Google values videos. Of course, it makes sense, right? Because how to change light bulb is a video-driven keyword. So this applies to any niche in any video. So do this before doing anything else. Pretty straightforward, but very, very important. Now, here's a quick rundown of what I do in terms of on-page and off-page. And I spoke about what on-page and off-page was in the previous video, but I want to go dive deep here into what I do exactly. So first things first is, again, let's do this as an example, how to change a light bulb, right? Make sure that the file name of the video, so the MP4, AVI, whatever it is, your file format, is your exact keyword, right? Do that. Because again, it's all these little fake signals that by themselves don't really mean anything, but when you add all of them up, they do make a difference, right? Then, in a video description, include the exact match keywords several times. Make sure you have a proper description as well. So this ties in what I've been saying before, is that you don't just want to optimize for SEO, for the search engine of YouTube by doing this. You want to make sure that the description you have is a properly written description that actually provides value to the person that's reading it, right? Again, optimize for search engines, but then optimize for the user as well. Because in the long run, it is the user optimization that's going to give you that long-term value and that long-term reward. Then, changing the thumbnail file name to the exact keyword. So just like changing the video file up here, changing the thumbnail file. So how to change lightbulb.png, right? Then, you can geotag videos when uploading them or before uploading them, right? There's a free tools online. You can just type in the free video geotagging tool. You can also geotag the thumbnail, by the way, right? So just know that. And this is great if you're doing or wanting to rank videos for local terms, right? Local plumbers or local businesses in certain places, right? So just keep that in mind that you can do this, again, going the extra mile, right? So geotag the video option, before uploading it. And then there's also an option in the settings when you do upload the video to set the location of the video as well. Again, if YouTube is giving you a list of things to add, make sure to add them all, right? Then embed the video on Web 2.0s and PBMs. You can find people doing this on Vetted and other marketplaces. So just type in embeds or Web 2.0s and PBMs and talk to people. And what they do, and it's very important, is they have all these websites, right? They have your link, your video link. This is your video right here. That's the player. So all these unique, right? It's a very important word here. Unique sites that link out to your video, giving it power, giving it relevancy, making it rank higher on YouTube and Google, right? So it's essentially, as you do link building for a regular website, you're doing link building for a YouTube video, right? You can link build in two ways. You can link build with embeds, which essentially is, again, embedding a link, right? The video player in a website in the middle of an article, right? Or you can, of course, have something saying this video, right, as the anchor text, which links out to the video. Again, ideally with YouTube, you can be much more aggressive. So instead of having generic anchors or naked URL anchors, you go for the exact match anchors, right? All the time, right? Because you can be super, super, super aggressive. Now, with this also, you want to make sure that the page where the video embed is or the video link is, it is optimized for the keyword. In this case, how to change a light bulb. You want this to be an article on how to change a light bulb, right? I have a proper table of contents, have internal links, external links. And again, we have a video solely on how to do proper on-page SEO. I recommend you do and watch it as well. But again, table of contents, featured image, in-article image, internal links, external links, bullet points, and sprinkling your keyword in both the content, the headers, the title. So this is the authoritative piece on, in this case, how to change a light bulb. So you essentially have a link or an embed, a link or embed to your video on YouTube from a highly relevant article on your niche. And that's much more relevant than if you just had a random YouTube video or your YouTube video embedded on a random article, right? So go the extra mile, make sure that you post the videos either in a embed form or a link form in a niche relevant powerful article, right? Because that's going to go a long way, right? Then use and abuse of paid links. of average quality. We don't want to be spending too much money on high quality links on here. In this case, I found, again, I'm always proponent to that you should test things beforehand or test things for yourself. But from what I found, it is better to do more average links than less than fewer high quality links, because you get more for your bank, get more money get more bang for your buck, right? So use and abuse of paid links. In this case, we're talking about embeds. In this case, we're talking about links. So having links, guest posts, niche edits, link directly to your video with the exact match keyword. Then send social signals to the video link, right? Social sharing, so important, right? And if you want to type in social signals, there's also services for that. You can build them out for yourself. Essentially what social signal is, and we have a video solely on that, is people sharing your content online, right? And Google sees that if this video is being shared on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Reddit, whatever it is, he'll see, because they have that on the back end. And if you go to YouTube video, you can go here, click share, right? And share to all these social media. So they do keep track of that, right? So make sure to share it on as many platforms as you can, because they will see, this video is getting a ton of social sharing. It must mean it's good. So we're going to rank it higher. Of course, it's not just this that's going to rank your video higher. It's this, all this, right? And all the stuff I spoke before, right? It's not just one thing. It's adding up all these little things, right? Which by themselves alone won't do much. But when you add them all up, they do and rank your videos first, right? You can forget about this one. You can do it if you like, but if not, I don't think it's available anymore. GSA Blast, you can do it. You can find people selling these types of links on marketplaces like Vetted. Essentially, these are low quality, high volume links, right? You can also and should also embed videos on video sharing sites. That's Dailymotion, Vimeo, Flickr, all these websites that allow you to embed your videos there, or even upload them there and then link out to the original source, which is YouTube. I've spoken about this before, adding subtitles to your video, making sure that you speak the words or the keywords in your first 10, 15 seconds, right? Then you can also do CTR manipulation, which essentially what this is, and we have a video sold on this, is having real people searching, that's YouTube, searching for your keyword on YouTube and browsing through all the videos, right? And then clicking on yours and doing this repetitively. So again, if I go here and how to make a Wikipedia page where people type in this keyword or variations of it, they would scroll down, right? Find my video, click it, watch a few minutes of it, and then click out, right? That's click-through rate manipulation. This works as well on Google, but on YouTube is much more powerful because YouTube isn't as constrained and as competitive as Google search engine is, so it's more easier. It's easier to manipulate, right? So CTR manipulation works great, and there's a couple of websites you can do this from, or also hire people on Vetted or other marketplaces that do this for you. Then you have a watch time manipulator, because on YouTube, as I said before, you have to focus also on the user experience, right? On the thumbnail, on giving the user what they want right off the bat, right? On the video having a proper watch time, right? So YouTube also ranks videos based on watch time. It's one of their higher, their biggest ranking factor, right? Is the watch time, because they see if people are watching this video that has 1 hour, they're watching it 50 minutes, it means it's a good video, so we're going to recommend it to more people. We're going to rank it higher, right? So you can manipulate the watch time with a website called You Like Hits, essentially where you can buy credits and post your video on there, and people will, you'll pay people money, cents, right? It's quite affordable for them to go out, click, watch your video for 10, 50, 20 minutes, 1 hour, depending on how many credits you pay them. And they'll watch your video and they'll increase your video's watch time. So in the back end, if you go to a video, for example, and you click on the average watch time, this number will increase, right? You want to increase this number, right? Because that means for YouTube that this video is a popular one because it's being watched a lot of times. So we might as well promote it to more people. So these two are if you want to go the extra mile. So if all the other stuff doesn't work, these two should push you to the top 5 positions at least, or top 3 positions at least. Now, just disregard this because that's not really interesting here. But hopefully this gave you a rundown of exactly what you need to do step by step, right? Again, focus on all this, but also focus on the user experience, right? And I know I'm repeating myself, but it's very important that a video is high quality. If the video isn't high quality, it is just a poor quality video where you don't put much effort in, yes, you might be able to rank it on the top 5, but you'll never move from there, right? You have to put in the effort in creating a great piece of content, because think of it as an asset, right? Once the video is ranking number 1, right, most likely it will stay there. If not 1, top 3, and it will continue on getting views over and over again, just like the Wikipedia video I showed you as an example last time. This keeps on getting views, right? If we just do last 28 days, it gets around 12 views. Oh, sorry, no, it gets around 200, 300 views per day, right? So it is an asset. You spend time building this, spend time ranking it, but then it stays on essentially forever, right? So do keep that in mind. That's it, and I'll catch you on the next one. Right, so I want to talk about how to rank a video on Google, not just YouTube, right? Because ideally, you want your videos to rank on YouTube search engine, but also on Google, for example, how to change a light bulb tutorial. You want ideally your video to show up here, right? Not just on YouTube, right? Because it's yet more real estate, because people often search on Google and then get redirected to YouTube, or sometimes, of course, they search directly on YouTube, but most of them are searching on Google for tutorials, and then again, they get redirected to YouTube. Now, but you also want to capture this real estate right here, because it is the most valuable real estate, right? If you can have a video that occupies a lot of real estate in the page, has an image here, a playable image, most likely the click-through rate is going to be much higher than a result like this one, right? This result is much less enticing than this one, right? So here's how you can do it. Essentially, how you do this is embedded in a cloud-hosted page. And we talked about this. There's videos in the course about it. These cloud links are essentially links. For example, this one's from Amazon's cloud. This one's directly from Google. This one's from Microsoft. There's one from IBM. I'll have video tutorials on how to do this. I'll create these in the course, so don't worry about that. Now, what you do here is embed it on a cloud-hosted page. So here, you'd have it embedded here, right? Somewhere, right? Again, linking to your YouTube video. Now, of course, this page needs to be optimized for a keyword. I spoke about this in the past. There's also a on-page video tutorial on. There's also a video tutorial on this course on how to do proper on-page. Whether you have to, of course, get the titles right, the meta description right, the meta title right, the featured image, the table of contents, the headings, all that, internal links, external links. But you also have to sprinkle in your keywords inside of the article, right? So again, watch that video to know exactly how to do this. It's very, very important, right? Then you mark it up with video object schema, right? It's very, very important. Do video schema, right? What schema is, again, we have a video solely on the course on what schema is. It essentially is when you go here to this website, for example, and you click view page source, type in schema. It's these little snippets of code that tell Google what the page is about, right? In this case, you have breadcrumb schema, listed item schema. And I won't go dive into what schema is in this video. Again, we have a video solely on schema, so go watch that. But what you want to add is video schema, right? Video object schema. Add this, right? And then hammer it down with bulk PBN links, spam links. You can do some CTR manipulation on the cloud page as well. So what happens is the page will rank with the video thumbnail showing up in the SERP. So it will rank like this, right? This will be your page ranking. So instead of the YouTube website ranking, like these ones right here, we show for YouTube, right? This is going to happen, right? Because you're ranking these pages, right? You're ranking these cloud-hosted pages that are very, very powerful, right? And if you embed the video on there and set it up as a video object schema, right? This is how it's going to show up. Now, in this case, they don't have video schema, right? If you just type here video object, it doesn't show up, right? I think, yeah, video object doesn't show up, right? They don't even have it. So if they would have had it, most likely they'll be ranking a bit higher, right? They don't have it though. And if we go here, I don't know if the page is optimized. Yeah, the page is very, very poorly optimized. So that's why it's not really showing up for anything, right? It's a bit lower down the page. So yeah, this is how you get the video to show up on Google, not just YouTube, right? So embed the video on the site, on your site or a cloud link, because we're going to be hammering this down with lower quality links and really abusing of these pages. So if you don't want to abuse of this, of your site like that, that's why you use sites like this, right? That's why you link out to these pages instead of your own site, but you can also do this on your own site. Just keep in mind that you're not going to be doing bulk spam and PBN links and CTR manipulation to your site. That's why you do it to a cloud page. And in theory, the cloud page, these are coming from very authoritative domains. So these are more powerful. Thus, in theory, they rank faster than if you do this on your own site. Now, of course, page with content and keyword relevance, very, very important. Link built to that page. Now, proper on-page keyword-rich content, images, headers, table of contents, author bio box, and of course, technical SEO, meta tags, meta descriptions. But you know about all this. If you don't, again, there's a video on the channel on how to do all this exactly. And then, of course, adding the video schema. Super, super important. It is the final touch. And that's how you can make it so easily to have a video show up on Google, not just YouTube. Again, you can leverage these cloud pages that I just showed you, right? Or you can do it to your own site. The good thing about doing it for these cloud pages is that you can simply use and abuse of these black hat spam PBN links and with a more aggressive touch than what you could do on your own domain, right? Just make sure to add your video schema and you're good to go. And that's exactly how you can do it. That's how you can rank videos on Google, not just YouTube. Just, of course, make sure that the video is uploaded to YouTube as well, right? That's very important. That's it. Right, so in this video, I want to go over YouTube's best practices because the reality is that, like I said before, YouTube is a search engine. If we compare, let's do Google versus YouTube, right? When you search for something on Google, the first thing you see is the title, then is the description, and maybe then is the fav icon or some image that shows up here, right? So you got to bet a lot on the title. With YouTube, first thing you see is a big thumbnail, then only the title, and then only the description, as you can see here, right? The thing that stands out the most is always the thumbnail first, right? Thumbnail, then title, then description, right? If any. Oh, sorry about that. With that, we need to bet a lot on the thumbnail. So thumbnails with faces overall do better because us as humans, our eyes are drawn to faces. So if I'm just scrolling through here, scrolling down here, these faces are going to call my attention, right? This one's going to call my attention because it has a face, right, over this one. That's why it has 10 times more views, right? Thumbnails with faces, right, always get more attention, right? It's not to say that thumbnails without faces cannot get clicks, but our eyes are drawn out to people's faces. So if I'm scrolling, okay, this calls my attention. This calls my attention, right? It has faces on them, right? So try to include a face in your thumbnail when possible, of course, right? So bet a lot on the thumbnail, whether you include faces or not, have colors that pop out, take a look at your competition, see what they're doing, and see where your thumbnail, if your video was ranking first, second, or third, would how it would be included here, and if in fact the colors you chose, the title you chose, everything that you chose does stand out in a visual way, because YouTube is of course a much more visual search engine than Google, right? So that is a very important thing, again, because like I said before, with YouTube, you cannot just focus on off-page SEO, on-page SEO, or technical SEO for your videos. You need to also focus on the user experience, right? And that goes in with the thumbnail and also the title. Clickbait does better, of course, right? Clickbait essentially is clickbaiting people into thinking that video is one thing or exaggerating some stuff. For example, this one has the biggest lies about veganism, right? It's all lies, right? It makes you curious. What's all lies? All veganism? I don't really agree with that. Let me click, right? Gives you that feeling that you need to click to know more. And that feeling about needing to click to know more is achieved with a title, also a combination of title and thumbnail, but more times with a clickbait title, right? Also, you can do a clickbait thumbnail. So these two are very, very important because your goal here is to get the click, right? Then inside of the video, you can say it's all lies, not really, right? There's nuances to it, right? So you can lie a bit in both of these ones, just to get people to click, because once you get them clicked, then the things we talked in the past, like getting people to watch the whole thing, right, getting them hooked right at the start, not rambling, that's where you get people to then watch the video to its full extent, where it's going to get recommended to other people, then ranking higher on YouTube and on Google, right? Like I said before, go straight to the point. Most people don't do this, and it's an insane advantage, right? If you type in your keywords on YouTube, see what other people are doing, you'll see that most of them are not optimizing for that, right? Maybe they're optimizing for the on-page, off-page, and all that, but they're not optimizing for this, which is a big one, because if you go straight to the point, your watch time is going to be higher, right? And if your watch time is higher, which is one of the main things YouTube values, YouTube is going to push your video to more people, that's ranking it higher, maybe even recommending it on the sidebar. So big one here. All these ones are big ones, right? Thumbnail, get people to click. Title gets people to click. Once they're on, go straight to the point. That's why you can maximize the watch time. This way, your video is going to be recommended to more and more people, and YouTube is going to rank it higher on their search and even rank it higher on Google, right? Then, big one, also try not to add too many external links, right? So on your video descriptions, not adding links here to other sources that are not YouTube. So with any social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, every social media does this, and there are studies on this. If you do a post, right? If you do one post versus another, they both say the same thing, but in one you link to other external sources. So you link people out of LinkedIn, you link people out of YouTube. YouTube tends to promote, and every other social media tend to promote that post, that video less than videos or posts that do not have external links. So essentially, if you do not link people, so remove this, don't give people the ability to go out of the platform. So people go on YouTube, they click to watch the video, this one, they watch the video, and there's no way, if they go to the description, to go out the platform, because YouTube's goal and any social media goal is to keep people on the platform as much as possible. So they have an incentive not to have people click your links in your description, not to have them leave the platform. So when you can, don't add external links, right? Add internal links to other YouTube videos. If you do want to add internal links, add them here in the pinned comment, do a pinned comment and add a link there. That's the best practice. So again, know that these platforms, YouTube included, don't want people to leave their bubble. So do the best you can to not add external links to your description. If you have to add them in the pinned comment, right? These are the best practices. Again, if you nail this down, you need to nail this down before nailing any other thing down. Because if you just do on-page, off-page links, all that, it's not really going to work. You have to do every single thing, and I keep on saying this, do every single thing. That by itself doesn't really seem that's going to do much. When you add them all up, it does do much, and it ranks your video number one. That's exactly how I do it. That's exactly how other people do it. It does work. You just gotta hit every single point. Yeah, that's it. That's the video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Right, so in this video about YouTube SEO, I want to cover a topic that not many people talk about, which is the topic of repurposing. Now, this is all going to make sense in just a little bit, but take a look at this video right here, right? It's called SEO Link Building Course 1 hour, right? It has almost 5,000 views. And if I click it, it's this one right here. Essentially, it is a 1 hour video, right? Where I just go over, I do a quick intro, but then what I go over, a bunch of different links, 30 links you can build one by one. Now, what's special about this? What's special is that this 1 hour video is 30 unique videos I recorded before, right? So I uploaded 30 videos to my YouTube channel, right? Each one of these, right? I think it's kind of maybe 2 minutes each one, are individual videos. If I scroll down here, you'll see that these videos up there are, I mean, I don't even know where they start. I think they start up here. So this one, the A6 tutorial, this one as well, right? This one, DA94, this one, DA43, DA56, and all these. I mean, this one got 1.4 thousand views. This one got almost 600. This one 800. This one 651. What else we have here? This one, DA88, 494. This one, first flow 48, 1.8. So yeah, essentially, this is all good. So my point with this video here is that you can take these other videos you've recorded. In this case, I took this one, all these DA tutorial videos and compile them into one long form piece of content, right? And so you don't have any extra work, right? The only work you have to do is just record a quick intro to introduce people. In this case, I say, listen, I've compiled a 1 hour video tutorial on how to build links, and then just to give it some context, right? Not just to start the videos right off the bat, right? We're just saying whatever. So put that, the only work you need to have is to put that intro, like 10, 15 seconds intro, and then stitch in every single video in on the one you just recorded, and upload them all together. Now, what this does is, without any extra work, it gives you, in this case, almost 5,000 extra views, right? And also, what this does is give you another extra real estate on YouTube. So in this case, if you type in SEO link building course, I mean, I'm not logged in, but and this of course has to be done with VPN, but I'm showing up here, right, just below this one, right? And of course, if you search this from different computers, it's going to be different. But the point here is that you can repurpose the content you've created, package them all in a course form or whatever you want to call it, and get more views, get more exposure with that, right? So this is more a video on how to optimize for YouTube, but it is super smart. It is something you can do without much extra work, and it does work, right? Because YouTube rewards long form video. So again, recapping is just repurpose all these different videos you have, stitch them all together, add an intro, right? And then make these 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour long form videos that again you don't have much work put into extra work put into it, but you can reap the benefits of it because again you're just repurposing content and making a course out of it from all these little videos recorded in the past, right? That's it, pretty straightforward, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Okay guys, so in this video I want to go over repurposing content. It's very important, right? Because you want to make sure that you get the most out of the time that you invest into producing a piece of media. Now, I recorded videos in the past on this course going over the fact that a video posted on YouTube, right, is very different than a video posted on LinkedIn or Twitter or even TikTok or Instagram, right? Because what works on YouTube doesn't work on LinkedIn, doesn't work on TikTok, doesn't work, right? What works on this network doesn't necessarily work on this one. What works on this one doesn't necessarily work on this one, okay? So that's the very first thing I wanted to say. That being said, you want to still give it a go. For example, if you're doing YouTube stuff, what you want to do and what I do is automatically syndicate the videos to both our LinkedIn page, it's in Portuguese, but yeah, basically I syndicate the videos to the, sorry for the noise in the back because there's some guys doing construction here. Basically, I syndicate the content automatically, right? I'll show you how to do it automatically. It's just use this software to the LinkedIn page, okay, and to the Facebook page in video form, right? Again, it takes the description from the video, takes the links, right? Takes everything automatically and just posts them straight to the Facebook page, right? Which in and of itself starts getting views, right? And on LinkedIn too, again, it's still in Portuguese, but it starts getting likes, it starts getting traction. And what I found is that YouTube, like videos on YouTube are somewhat like the audience that watches them on YouTube will sort of watch them also on LinkedIn and Facebook. I mean, it's why not do this, right? You just automate the thing, right? Just post them on YouTube and then have this software, right, automatically syndicate from YouTube to the Facebook page. In this case, super easy to set up. Then we have, this is another one from YouTube to the LinkedIn, okay? And this is from YouTube to Facebook again. And this is from YouTube to TikTok right here, right? It automatically converts the like 16:9 aspect ratio video into like a
okay, so I'm going to show you how
a short one. So it adds a title, adds a description, it even adds captions right here. So right, all done automatically, and that's this one right here. And so that's basically what I wanted to show you. Super quick one, super short. You can do this. Just go to repurpose.io. I'm not affiliated with these guys at all. But it just helped me automate the content, right? It just helps me automate the distribution of the content. Because, I mean, why not do it, right? Because I know some of our buyers are on LinkedIn. I might as well give it a go at Facebook. I mean, it's free views, right? If I'm putting in the effort to uploading YouTube videos, why not just syndicate them to the platforms that are most similar to it? Facebook and LinkedIn allow for 16:9 aspect ratio videos, and they're native for this, right? And then might as well upload it to TikTok in a vertical way, because every single video you upload to TikTok will get at least 200 views. That's just how our algorithm works, right? Every single video will be shown to at least 200 people. I'm going to say that again. At least 200 people will see your video. Now, it might just be a couple of seconds, but they will see your video, right? And this is all automated, right? I don't touch this. This does it all for me automatically. So you might as well, right? Just get free 200 views, right? And as soon as you upload a video to YouTube, right? YouTube, it goes to LinkedIn, it goes to Facebook, it goes to TikTok, all automatically done for you. You don't have to lift a finger, right? Then you get 200 views at least in every single one of them. On TikTok, on Facebook, you start building a page, you start getting views, impressions, right? People start coming in from there as well, because there's a lot of users on YouTube, on Facebook, by the way. And then on LinkedIn as well, you can start getting views as well, impressions. So yeah, short one, do this, right? You want to get as many eyeballs on your videos as possible. Okay, that's it. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.
Okay, so I want to speak about repurposing content and not repurposing different YouTube videos and stitching them together into a new one and uploading that one. We've covered that strategy here as well, and it does work, but it's repurposing content for different platforms. And this is the eighth wonder of the world because it works great. So if your
like main source of posting content is YouTube, you want to find ways to syndicate that, not the same content, but the same message of the content to other platforms like TikTok, LinkedIn, Twitter, etc. Now, as you know, these platforms are very, very different, right? Even though, for example, Twitter and LinkedIn are both text-based platforms, what works on one doesn't work on the other. Same thing for TikTok. Even though TikTok is the same thing as YouTube in terms of video, what works here doesn't work there. And so I want to show you a couple of examples. So, for example, I recorded this video like down here. If I go down here real quick, it is a video on a case study of these guys that were doing selling mattresses in a profitable way. It's SEO case study. These guys making a lot of money with an SEO client that were selling mattresses for, okay, a case study. Now, the value in this video is great, right? It's 15 minutes, right, of me speaking about what they did, how they did it. It's so value packed, right, that I want to as many people as possible to watch this case study because it's amazing, right? Now, how do I syndicate the information to other places? I simply convert the video into a Twitter thread. So here, for example, $100,000 a month with affiliate SEO site. How much money are they making? They're an affiliate site for box mattress companies. Who knew there was so much money in billing an affiliate for beds? Simple, not easy. Here's how they're doing it, right? And this, what's here, right? It's basically a breakdown of what I say in the video. Of course, less in depth, but it is a breakdown. And this one in specific is just 2 tweets. Now, what I usually do is long form tweets, right? Going over step by step, right? Screenshots from the video, then a link to the video down here, right? Here's another one, for example, I think this one right here, right? Again, breaking it down step by step, right? One by one, the things, talking, speaking, and then at the end, a CTA to the video, right? This one didn't do very well, but this one did 40,000 impressions. This one did 40,000 as well, almost. This one 40,000, this one 50,000. So this does work, right? Syndicating your content to different platforms, but not just going on Twitter and clicking and typing in a new tweet and just pasting in the video URL, right? Like doing like this. Firstly, because you will have 0 reach, but then because it just doesn't work like that, right? And this never works, right? And so again, what I urge you to do, simply to make sure that the value in your content doesn't go to waste, is just take it, spin it in a way that makes sense according to the platform that you're posting it on, whether that's LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, whatever, and craft a new version of the same post, meaning the same information, just presented in different ways. Okay, this takes work. I would suggest you hire a VA for this, but it does work, right? Because again, you won't, if you're spending a lot of time recording videos, if you're spending half an hour speaking, half an hour more planning it and doing all this stuff, putting in so much time and effort into a video, you want to make sure that as many people as possible see it. So instead of just going and recording a new one, make sure you squeeze this one as much as you can. Fire it to the email list, fire it to the link to LinkedIn, fire it to TikTok, fire it to Twitter, fire it anywhere you can, okay? Think about this. This doesn't need to go to waste, right? Your goal is not to record 1 billion videos. Your goal is to have your videos being seen by as many people as possible. And if recording one video and syndicating it to multiple platforms, I urge you to record a video and syndicate it to multiple platforms than just recording 2 videos and not doing the syndication. Because here, you're gonna get more eyeballs, okay? Most likely, right? So quick one here, but it's something that I do, and I did want to show you because it just goes a long way. Now, there's a lot of work because these platforms, all of them work in different fashions. But I mean, something I do, and it's something I suggest you also do here to get the most reach out of your content. So yeah, that's it. Right, guys, so quick one here. I want to show you how I'm repurposing long form content to short form content. Now, there's 2 ways to do this. First one is literally just re-upload the same video without any care in the world for the format. Second is actually respect the short form format. So first one is just take a YouTube video, just literally upload it to whatever short platform it is, right? Whether that's TikTok, whether that's Instagram Reels, whether that's YouTube Short. Just take the video, don't care for the aspect ratio, post it in here, add the title here, and just post it. This works too, but then I want to also show you how to make like these sorts of videos real quick, right? Where This came from a long form video, but I arranged it in a way that it does look like a native short form one, okay? But this is a long form Loom video. So how I do it is, the platform I use is called Camtasia, right? It's pretty straightforward. Just upload your long form video here, right? And what you do is just go to File, Edit, actually, Project Settings, and just turn this into a vertical video. Aspect ratio, that's it. And then what I do is pretty straightforward, just stick this right here, cut that because it doesn't interest me, duplicate the video, right? I then take this, I then cut it, right? I mean, if you're using a different platform to do this, most likely it's going to be different, or different editing software, right? But it's more or less the same thing. I just take the face as such, right? Put it here, then take the video as such right here. And depending on, because I mean, it is a short, so I'm not going to be using the full video, so I don't care for the aspect ratio for things, for example, here, so I can delete this. Let's say I want to make a sub 1 minute short. I just take this, bump up the face, do it like so. Even if I can do something like this, I usually do this, annotations. Again, depending on the software you're using, this will look different. I just add this in here to make sure it looks even better. You can even change the color to match the background, right? Now, this was done like in 30 seconds, but you get the point, right? This is a way in which you can have, just gonna mute all the audio of all these, right? It looks like native, looks nice, right? And even it goes around, you move, actually it's not typing it, okay, no it is, I think. Right, it looks like a native short, right? It does show part of the content, of course, and it does show him writing stuff and all that, right? This is simply how I do it, then just export this, and there you go. That's how you turn a long form native video into a short form native video. Now, I recommend you hire just someone off of Fiverr to do this, right? Just these not low level, but these simple tasks, you should not be doing them, right? You should outsource this as fast as possible to someone that can do it super fast. But if you want to do it yourself, this is how you can do it. So yeah, that's it. Short one, but hopefully it was valuable. Cheers. Right, guys, so I wanted to record this video on thumbnail making. Now, first things first is I don't recommend you do thumbnails yourself. I recommend you hire someone else, okay? There's a file on this course with a link for a couple of people I usually hire. It's $5, $10 a thumbnail, and it's just outsource it to someone who knows how to do it. The only reason why I do it is because I sort of enjoy doing it, okay? And it's faster because with those guys you have to wait like 24 hours, and I prefer to do it myself faster and actually enjoy doing it. But the single biggest thing you need to know about thumbnails is, of course, you need to have some sense of design and see what's working, what's not working, right, in your industry, and having the ability to upload a video with a certain thumbnail, look at the CTR and see if the CTR isn't performing as good, maybe change the thumbnail to something else, right? I do this often. I sometimes upload videos with, for example, this one wasn't performing very well, just added this one. But that's basic stuff, right? The single biggest thing you need to know is that your thumbnail needs to entice curiosity. That's simply it, right? You need to make a thumbnail that makes people want to have, actually not want, makes people having to click, right? Makes them like need to click. You need to incite the need of clicking, right? Because it's so outrageous, so it incites so much curiosity that I have no other choice but to click. For example, this one right here, use this prompt to rank #1, and I blurred out the prompt, right? People need to see it. Of course, the people who want to see it need to see it now. They will not postpone it. They need to see it. It causes so much curiosity. So when you're building a thumbnail, when you're maybe hiring someone to build out thumbnails for you, make sure the biggest and most important instruction you give out to them is, brother, you need to make the thumbnail cause curiosity in people's brains, right? Because it's the single biggest factor that will determine your CTR is the curiosity levels. The higher the curiosity levels, the higher the CTR. It's not the face, not the colors. Of course, all that impacts, right? The copy impacts too, but the single biggest one is the curiosity levels. How is he doing that, right? How is he doing that? Where has he done that? How much did that cost? How did he set a car on fire and whatever? How did he make this magic trick? How is his whatever, right? How is he ranking first in seconds? How is he getting free backlinks, right? How is he making $10,000 a month, right? How? It's such an outrageous claim, right, that I need to click it, right? My $50,000 SaaS idea. What do you mean, 50 a month? An idea? Well, I mean, to click this, right? Again, it needs to incite curiosity, okay? And also it can be somewhat controversial. Micro SaaS is very stupid. people feel triggered, right? Triggering and curiosity, all these two things are sort of related. But if you're able to cause curiosity and cause stir up, it's the single biggest factor that will define the CTR of your thumbnail. So yeah, just felt like recording a short video here because again, if you're making the thumbnails yourself, you need to know this. And if you're paying someone to do it for you, you also need to know this, because I mean, you might be paying someone, you think the thumbnails are great and they look great, but I mean, the curiosity levels need to be there. For example, this one is one of our best performing videos at the time, right? 200 articles an hour with AI SEO. Now, the reason why this performed so well is because at the time, like a year ago when this was published, this was unheard of. 200 articles an hour with AI SEO. What? How is this possible, right? Nobody was doing it. That's why you got so many clicks. Now, if you were to do this today, it is something that's normal nowadays, right? So people aren't really that interested because they know it's normal, they know how it works. So again, it's not really inciting curiosity in them. So just take that little note into account. Yeah, that's it. Guys, so on this one, I want to go over how to properly write a video description, right? Because we went over titles, went over thumbnails, went over the packaging of the video. It's very important. If you haven't watched that video, please do go watch it. But now let's go over the description because it's also very important. And I want to show you a couple of things that you can do to make sure that you get all these steps right here. So first things first is the description. You got to have three things. Firstly is the link to whatever it is you're selling, right? Make sure to add the link. Now, you might notice that when you add external links or links to external sources, i.e. links to not YouTube, right, not other videos, you get a little bit less reach because YouTube wants to keep the users inside of the platform. So if you're linking out to other places, YouTube might decrease your reach. Now, it might not be noticeable, and sometimes it might be noticeable. So just know that. But I try to also always, add a link here because I do make a call to action in the video so they can check the description. So I add a link here as well. And I also add a link to the top comment, but you know about this already. So yeah, first things first is a link to your offer. Then is a description of what the video is about. In this video, I explain X, Y, Z, blah, blah, okay? And in the first person, write what the video is about. So again, reiterate what you say talking the video, say it and write it by words in the description. That's the second thing. And it's a great way to sprinkle in your keywords, right? The keywords you want the video to be relevant for inside of the content, right? Because again, you're also going to be adding the keywords right down here, of course, right? And I should have added more here. And quick side note, one mistake you don't want to make is add a lot of keywords. Because what's going to happen is that you're going to confuse YouTube, right? Make sure to only add keywords your video is relevant for, right? Don't add some just random keywords. Don't add keywords that your product is relevant for, right? Add keywords the video in specific is relevant for. Because otherwise you're going to be confusing YouTube, okay? And YouTube is going to be showing your video to people. It thinks it's relevant based on the keywords you added here, and those people will not be clicking the video because the video is not relevant for those keywords. Hope that makes sense. But yeah, first things first is a link to your product. And this is, how you're going to make money, okay? And then is a description. I like to put it in the first person, okay? As if he's going to be talking about what the video is talking about. And again, a great way to sprinkle in keywords in your description like this. Then it's links, so we call these internal links, links to other videos. For example, if I go scroll down here, right, they appear even like this, because when you put a video description, a link to the description of a video, they appear like this. So add internal links to other videos on your channel. And this is great because this is how internal linking works on YouTube, is you're linking out to other videos. And this is great because you get people inside of the loop and they just watch your videos over and over again. And this also adds a bit of authority to your video because you're maybe backing up some claims, just like with regular SEO, like blog posts, that you link out to Wikipedia, Investopedia, whatever, right? You link out to sources maybe you mentioned in the video. In this case, we mentioned all these videos in the video, so we link out to them right here. Okay, relevant sources, right? Then the last thing is timestamps, okay? Timestamps are a great way to also sprinkle in a couple of keywords into your video. And if you have these right here, like so, YouTube automatically adds them like these, okay? And it also breaks them down, right? As you see here, results from SEO work with hiring an agency, why you should hire an agency, right? YouTube automatically makes these breaks right here. And again, it's a great way for one, user experience, because again, people can just skip to whatever they want to see, right? And second, it is a great way to sprinkle in more keywords, right, in these snippets of what you want your video to be relevant for. And also, if you do this, YouTube, and if your video ranks on Google, which we have videos about also, YouTube gives you, Google gives you these little things right here. And these are based off of the timestamps. Okay, so make sure to do this. They call them key moments, right? So yeah, make sure to do this too, right? Very, very important. Those are the 4 things I would add to the description. Again, when you post a video, don't just focus on the thumbnail, don't just focus on the title, don't just focus on the video itself, focus on the description, because this is yet another thing, sorry, that's going to tell YouTube what the video is about and who it's relevant for, right? Again, links to your offer, very important. I like to put the description in the first person of what the video is about, gives you a way to give even more context to YouTube, okay? Links to other videos of mine to get people in the loop, and it also increases the authority of these pieces of media because I'll link to other pieces of media, internal links, great. And then timestamps, great for user experience, great to add a couple of more keywords sprinkled down throughout here, sorry, and also great to make these show up right here, okay? So yeah, that's it, short one, but very important, so that's why I want to talk about it. I'll see you in the next one, cheers. Yo, what's up guys? So on this one, I want to talk about a weird thing YouTube does and how to combat it with paid advertising. So as you might know, right? Or if you don't know, because you have never started YouTube, but if you are into YouTube channels and if you ever done it before, you'll know about this. But if you're just starting in it, you'll eventually know about this and learn about this, is YouTube pushes your video right through organic, right? And it keeps on pushing it as long as it gets views. So it pushes it a bit, right? Gets enough views to quote unquote satisfy the algorithm and keeps on pushing it, right? It does this over and over again until when it pushes it a bit further and it doesn't get as many views, so eventually it stops pushing it and it stagnates. So most of your videos will look like this: push and then just a horizontal line, right? Most of them like push, horizontal. Some of them do tend to go up, but they tend to just like flat line. So most of these will look like this: push, horizontal. Now, what I've noticed is that, for example, this video got 1.3 thousand views. I mean, before YouTube stopped pushing it right horizontally, it got more than 1,000 views. And so my thinking is, okay, yeah, so YouTube was pushing it. We're getting a ton of clients off of this video, right? And then they just stopped pushing it. And my thinking is, okay, if while YouTube was showing this to people, this was bringing in clients, let me find a way to make YouTube push it again. And previously what I was doing is I was just recording the same video over and over again with some different tweaks, right? So that was my way of, okay, if YouTube doesn't want to push this video anymore, I'll just record a new one, similar, more or less same title, same concept, and post it again. But that's very, very tiring. And I mean, you cannot do that forever, right? And so what I started doing was running ads. So and I'll go over that exactly what we're doing right here. But the concept is simple, right? If YouTube, while it was pushing it out, the video was successful and we were getting clients off of it, we're getting subscribers off of it, right? Because again, this is the number of subscribers, right? We got almost 30 subscribers while YouTube was pushing it. So it makes sense that if YouTube would have continued pushing it, the video would perform and get more subscribers, more watch time, more views, and more clients to us. Now, YouTube does this, again, because it feels like, the algorithm feels like it's not worthy enough, right? And so my thinking is, okay, let me push it myself. Let me pay ads and let me put these videos on ads. So what I do is I take the most successful, I guess, videos on the channel. I dive deep and I go through the metrics and see, okay, which one of these videos were performing very, very well, right? Almost a vertical spike, right? And then all of a sudden YouTube stopped promoting them, right? They look like sort of like this, right? And I take those, I make a list of them, and I go here into Google Ads, okay? What I do is simple. I go and create a new campaign right here, new campaign. I call it YouTube ads. Usually I do a website traffic campaign, okay? Or I can just do this one right here, create a campaign without Google guidance and just do video, okay? Then your goal should be video views, okay? You can play around with this. I mean, I haven't tried them all, but you can play around with this. Go for video views, right? And then what you do is, I call this promoting organic outliers. Now we have several ones of these. We have more accounts than just this one, but this is running like on this one. So yeah, basically what this is a Google Ads campaign just for YouTube. Now, what type of promotion is this? So where do these ads appear on? These are not pre-roll ads, right? So if I go here to this YouTube homepage, right? Let's say I click this video right here, right? Usually, I mean, not appearing now. So this is a pre-roll ad. I do not, for this strategy specific, run ads like this. I'm not running pre-roll ads, right? I'm also not running the ads that when you're watching a video and you click forward, they appear, right? I'm not running mid-roll nor pre-roll ads. What I'm running is search-based ads and in-feed ads. So search-based ads are ads that only appear when you search for example, AI SEO writer, right? And a search-based ad is this, right? This is sponsored, this is an ad, right? These are the types of ads I'm running for specific videos, right? Search-based ads, which essentially work like quote unquote the Google ads, right? You go on the Google search engine, you type something and it gives you the ads first, right? I'm running these ones for certain keywords. So for my money keywords, I make sure that the keywords I'm running these search-based ads for have high buying intent. So I would not run this for the word SEO, right? It's too broad. These guys are doing it, but I wouldn't do it. I'll run it for AI writer or AI SEO writer because our product is that. And I want to make sure that I satisfy the user search intent with the keyword or with the video that I'm showing them. Because again, if someone's searching for SEO, their search intent could be a course, right? As this video right here is sponsored video is a course. It's actually not a sponsored video, it's just go to the site. What I'm doing is actual videos. But again, this is very broad, right? These guys maybe not capturing my search intent right here, because maybe I'm searching for SEO. I don't want a course, maybe I want to hire an agency, right? So these guys are just wasting ad space, right? So I want to make sure again that when I'm running these search-based ads, right, these are I satisfy the search intent as much as possible. Hopefully this makes sense, right? This is exactly what I'm doing, right? I'm running these video ads, okay? Now these guys really aren't satisfying the search intent right here because this is a powerful SEO spider and site auditor with built-in AI. Rank your site high on the SERPs. I mean, I guess could satisfy the search intent a bit, but I want to satisfy it like very, very specifically, right? That's why when you're creating these campaigns, what I suggest you do is, because I can go in here and add, let me just show you right here real quick. When you are adding keywords, so you want to, on your search-based ads, you want to add keywords. Sorry, I'm just in Portuguese, but you get the point, right? When you add keywords with these rectangular brackets, right, what happens is that Google will only show your ads if people search for at least exact keywords. So it's an exact match. If you add it with the normal brackets, it's partial match. And if you add it without anything, it just goes off and finds keywords it thinks it's relevant. Now, for my testings, I find it's best to use hard brackets or rectangular brackets because, again, I want my ads to solely be shown to people searching for exactly that thing, okay? Now, the other type of ads I'm running, again, remember these are ads for videos that were performing great, right? But then all of a sudden YouTube just flatlined them, right? And I feel like they should not be doing this because we were getting results while they were pushing it. So again, if YouTube doesn't feel like pushing them again, two solutions. Either I record a new one, super similar, or I just invest some money in it to keep it being pushed out and keep bringing results. So again, first ad is a search-based ad. They solely appear here. And the second one is an in-feed ad. Now, in-feed ads are videos that are ads that appear, for example, here. Okay, sometimes here a sponsored video appears. So here and also on the homepage, right? Sometimes here, this first bracket right here, or first position right here, is an ad, right? Let me just, if I just refresh, if I get an ad, not getting any ad right now, but again, okay, so perfect. This is an ad again. This is for a video. Yeah, like this is the other type of ads I'm running. So they appear here, they're the in-feed ads. They appear here and they appear here, okay? Now, these ads, you can either make them appear via search keywords, but most of them will appear by targeting YouTube channels. So you can make your ads, your videos appear right on certain channel. If you want, if you were a competitor of mine, you could only show ads on my channel. So every time someone would watch a video of mine, your ad could appear here. So you can go here into your campaigns. And again, you're gonna test this out for yourself, right? It's very important that you test this out. If you go here to this right here, locations, you can see that the locations I have my ads appear on, right, are both in this case, for this one, is for these specific channels, right? So I'm running ads, again, not in-feed, not pre-roll ads, not mid-roll ads, just feed-based ads, in-feed-based ads on Matt Diggity's channel. So every single video of his, Google or YouTube, will try to push an ad, on this little section right here, okay? Now, I've just started running this campaign. It's a new one because the target is different. That's why there's nothing just yet. Again, still optimizing for it. Now, I suggest you do it. I suggest you can be a bit more advanced because, I mean, if you're just starting out with YouTube, you won't really need to worry about this. But when you start worrying about this, I suggest you run these two types of ads: search-based ads to capture the search intent, and in-feed ads and place them on YouTube channels that your target customer could potentially be watching. All these guys talk about SEO, all these guys talk about the latest news in SEO, some of them about AI. That's why I'm advertising on their videos, right? Makes sense. Now, if I were to do in-feed, and we're actually doing if I were to do pre-roll ads, which we're actually doing as well, but I'll cover that in a video later on. I would also want to make sure that these pre-roll ads appeared on these guys' channel. I wouldn't want to make my pre-roll ads appear on, for example, PewDiePie or MrBeast, because it's not really relevant for my audience, right? My audience is B2B, so I want to make sure that I'm targeting and my ads are appearing on people that are watching B2B based content, okay? So hopefully this makes sense. Again, the whole goal here is to make sure that you can still capitalize on these videos, because this is a 13-minute video. It took a lot of work. There's a lot of value in here, clearly, because people were watching it, right, while YouTube was promoting. I mean, because if YouTube doesn't promote it, if YouTube doesn't show it, people won't watch it. But while YouTube was promoting, people were actually watching it and enjoying and subscribing and buying our product. So my way of fixing this is just putting some money behind it. Now, you don't need to spend millions of dollars, but spend some, right? Choose your outliers, by outliers being the ones that perform extra well, right? This is the average performance right down here, but this is clearly an outlier. Pick a couple ones, 10, 20 videos, and put some dollars behind them. $20 a day, $10 a day, minimum $5 a day to keep pushing this, because again, this is an asset. All your videos should be sales assets, right? It is a sales asset. And so because you spend so much time and money investing into build the proper sales asset, you don't want to make it go to waste, right? That's why we try to revive them like this. Now, another strategy, which I've talked about in a video on this course, is also in line with making sure that we don't lose the value of these assets. Because if I have an amazing video here, right here, for example, it's like an 80-minute video, amazing video, but it stopped being promoted. What I do, and what you saw me do, was take a couple of videos, download them all, combine them into a course type of video. And if you haven't watched that video in this course specific, I suggest you do. But it's basically the concept of taking multiple old videos of yours that for some reason stopped performing or weren't getting more views, and combining them in a course-like video. So again, you repurpose the information of the asset into a new asset. You're creating a new asset, right? Again, I guess my biggest takeaway here is that with YouTube, don't like post a video and just assume it's lost, right? Assume the information there isn't available anymore just because YouTube has stopped promoting it, right? For example, this right here, this is almost an hour video, 43-minute video, and it pains me that YouTube stopped promoting it, right? Now, it is becoming sort of evergreen because, again, of course, the title is Shopify SEO Beginner's Guide course or whatever, right? So I tried making these as evergreen as possible, so it kept on getting views. If you go here, scroll down, actually, let's see here, reach. Some traffic comes, 7% comes from search, right? I mean, not enough. But what I'll do probably with this is I'll either put some ads behind it, not right now because it seems that it did flatline right here, but now it's going up. But again, this will happen to you and this will pain you, right? So my point here is that, I mean, the value here is amazing. It's 50 minutes of pure value. And I do not want this to go to waste. I want more people to see this. And I do not want to have to record this again. So I either put ads behind it or I upload it in conjunction with different videos and make like this whole new piece of media. Hopefully this makes sense. And if you have any questions, let me know and I'll help you out. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. All right, guys. So on this one, I want to talk about pre-roll ads. So on the previous video, we talked about in-feed articles or in-feed ads, sorry, and search-based ads, okay? And I want to talk about pre-roll ads. Now, this is an ad, for example, if you click a video, those ads that appear like before you can watch the video, right? If this one's showing, this one's not showing one. Actually, the one show you one. Hopefully this shows up. Yeah, this is going to be a pre-roll ad. So an ad that appears before you can actually watch a video. And you need to click skip after 5 seconds to be able to watch it, right? This is a pre-roll ad. And this is one we're running for our SaaS currently. It's under 2 minutes. And the goal is to make people actually want to try our service. So this video is just a call to action to our product, our SaaS, sorry. Now, I won't say this is the best ad ever, right? But the whole purpose of this is to test things. Do this ad. If you see the click-through rates are good, keep on doing it, iterate on the message. If it sucks, do another one. So I want to show you a bit on how this ad is. Hopefully the sound is on. If not, I'll add it on post-production. So this is the ad. Right, so this is an ad, so stick with me here for 30 seconds. If you want to learn how to use an AI writer to write better SEO optimized content that actually ranks on Google and that actually delivers results like you want to see on screen, watch this till the end. If not, just skip it. But essentially, what I want. So first things first is I called them out. I called out my ICP, my ideal client profile. Firstly, I try to make it light, saying, oh, this is an ad, so people like sort of like not a joke, but it's sort of a connection to break the ice, right? Then I called out the ICP, right? If you want to write AI SEO content using an AI writer, so super specific, right? People that don't know what SEO is, people don't know what an AI writer is, they won't care for this. They'll just click skip and don't waste my precious dollars clicking the ad to try it out, right? I want to make sure I let people know who this is not for by saying in specific who this is for, right? Then I show them a bunch of case studies, right? I want to show them proof and reliable proof over and over again so they actually see these works, right? These AI SEO writer, people that use it achieve results like the ones here on screen. This guy, Luca, even shared it on LinkedIn, right? And SEMrush commented. Right. Show the results. And they use this tool used, the AI SEO writer used is called journalist. And then I choose the tool, right? Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, super raw, right? With a loom. I prefer these types of videos. I've found throughout the years that the best videos are the ones that look more personal, right? People see your face, not really HD. Maybe you stumble upon your words a bit, but of course you still convey the message, right? It looks raw. You look like a friend of theirs. And as you know, people connect with people and people buy from people, right? It's not just, this isn't like those ads you see on YouTube, like super corporate with music in the background, beautiful people, right? It's not. It's just a simple guy on YouTube with a hat, with a shitty camera recording a video saying, listen, this is what my software does. It's for these people. These are the results. If you want to try it out, go for it, right? And this is the ad, basically. I won't play it right now, but I show you how the articles look like. I show how the product looks like, and then I tell them they can get a coupon if they go to the site and ask the coupon here, okay? That's basically it, okay? That's the ad. Super simple. And I even added here this chronometer to try and make people more engaged, okay? And that's basically it, right? Now, am I saying this ad will work forever? Am I saying this ad is working right now or that I won't have to do any changes? No, right? This ad and this creative will obviously need to be changed in about a week, 2 weeks time. Your goal is to be constantly trying and iterating new creatives, okay? But just know that this works, okay? And again, if you have some budget to spend on ads, we tried Google ads, didn't really work out for us, and YouTube ads are sort of working. People are clicking and people are getting introduced to our brand more and more, right? And the great thing about YouTube ads that you can do with YouTube ads is target existing audiences. So I can choose to only show this ad to people who've previously seen any video on my channel, okay? That's super powerful because someone who's seen a video on my channel knows my face, right? And I appear here with a big face, right? They know, oh, I've seen this guy before. What does he have to say, right? And the cost of advertising to an existing audience, right, a warm audience, is much lower than advertising to a cold audience. So I recommend if you're running any type of ads, any type of Google or YouTube ads, let's talk about YouTube right now, is that you run it through people who've at least watched one video on your channel. Now it's quite simple to do this in Google Ads. You can find on YouTube a tutorial. My goal here isn't to teach you those little things, but it's what my recommendation is, right? Again, pre-roll ads, right? I've showed you how to do search-based ads and the placement in feed ads, but I want to show these as well because they can work. Now, am I saying this works for you? Maybe not. Maybe search-based ads work for you and these doesn't, right? But I do want to give you all the tools you can have to succeed, okay? Again, if you're doing one of these ads, make sure to show your face, right? Record with your camera, make it light, try to make a joke, and call out the ICP. You don't want to spend money on the wrong people. You don't want the wrong people to understand your message wrong. You want to make sure that the right people understand your message right, so every single click you have has the highest likelihood of buying it, okay? That's it. That's the video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.